3D archery, it's like a bad archery joke. Hey everybody, welcome to 3D Archery. Greg here. Alright, just like some bad joke you ever heard, like two guys walking to a bar. That's what happened to me. Bayou Bowman, right here. Great club, fantastic people. If you're in Louisiana, check them out. They do all types of events. They're one of the few clubs down here that has their own property, both for outdoor and indoor. Indoor, they got a 20-yard range. Outdoor, they got a field archery range, a practice range, and a 3D course. Right? Enough of that. So what they did, they're running a 2-day event for the Louisiana Field Archery Association. And I read it as a 3D. And I didn't read anything else. So I drove on down there, hour and a half. Bum, 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 bum. Got there, I'm ready. They're looking at me thinking, what are you doing here, Greg? I go, 3D. They go, that's tomorrow. Excuse me? Yeah, today's an international round. I'm like, what's an international round? Never done one of those. They're like, well, it's this. So, I'm game. I came with a totally wrong gear to something I've never heard of and never done before. You know what? And I had a ball. So let's talk about the international round. The international round is ran by the National Field Archery Association through the subsidy of the Louisiana Field Archery Association. Now I'm going to be looking down for the next part because I'm going to read this description right off of their website, the NFAA's, right? The NFAA International Round is a 20-target, 10 targets per unit, variable distance round designed for use in areas where the availability of land is restricted or limited. The round is ideally suited for public parks and recreational facilities. The NFAA International Round course requires a minimum of space and can be readily constructed on any level of gently rowing or level ground. A 20-target course will adequately handle up to 80 participants at one time. The international round may be laid out on a roving type range or on an established field round course. However, whenever possible, it is recommended to be laid out in a progressive order, 20 to 65 yards. There you have it. Well, what does that mean, right? So, this is what it is. I'll break it down. I'm not an expert, so if you know more than me, chime in. You can correct me if I'm wrong. This is what I've gathered from my experience. 10 butts from the distances of 25 to 65 in 5-yard increments. All right? Now, this is when it gets fun. Depending on the range, you got different sized target faces. This is the basic target face right here. They're black with white. Now, I'm going to go down and read it again, so I'll take my eyes off of it. 20, 25, and 30 use a 35 centimeter face target with a 7 centimeter target. That translates to 13.7 inches and 2.7 inches. The 35 to 45 uses a 50 centimeter target with a 10 centimeter bullseye. And that translates down to 19.65 inches and 3.93. And then finally the 50, 55, 60, and 65 all use a 65 centimeter target with a 13 centimeter bullseye, which translates to 25.59 inches and 5.11 inches. So, how do you do it? For us, we shot in groups of 3. I shot with Josh and Scotty, and we took shots. Some stations had a single target, others had multiple faces on it, depending on the size of the target. And it's real simple. You shoot 3 arrows at the target, go down and score it. We rotated to our right and went to the next one. Shot 3 arrows, and that's how it is. The weird part is when we scored, I said like 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3. And they're like, no, just give us the total. So I screwed that up. On the phase 2, one thing I forgot is there's only 3 scores. 5, 4, and a 3. Right? It was pretty simple. I had a lot of fun. My gaps were just off the charts, and we'll talk about when we're done. So kick back and enjoy me struggling, because I showed up for a totally different event than what I came for.
You're a guest. It was a really good guess. He's supposed to be an engineer. I should quit after that shot right there. Just pack up and go home and ain't gonna get no better. That's it. That's a bad shot.
I'm done. I'm going home. It's over.
That one you're proud of.
Some more is 3D blue.
That was a good target.
I actually planned and thought that one out. The other two were wings and a prayer.
Well, that one. Not a zero. That was every 5 yards. 5, 20, 25, 30, 35, every 5.
Oh, we gotta go back this way.
Not bad, not good. Yeah. There's a reason I don't shoot big arrows on this one.
Yeah, oh yeah. I know, but it looks good on camera.
It does. Even the only knockout that's strapped to it. Way low. Okay. Low right there, I think. I'm off that. Top right. Yeah. That one's good next. Okay. That one was bottom left.
I'm just out this spot.
You're closer than the last one, by the way.
Josh, was you want me to say?
I was like, I couldn't remember where
Was
I
you
was
want me to
at.
check my fives?
You checked a couple of the fives, Katie. You didn't shoot them all.
I trade with wood mine. That one I can't figure out.
Yeah, you do it again. I'll let you shoot first.
It's on the wood.
55.
No wonder I was shooting low.
Same color from the wrong spot? Yeah.
Because I did everything right.
Cool spot.
Huh?
Cool spot. Yeah, but angle down. Your angle down. Looks like.
It's gonna catch me yet. It's like the third time one's got. Oh.
That shows the effect of a pluck. That's
Oh! This is for the four. Ooh, 2 pounds.
yeah.
That's what I wanted, Katie.
Put her mom said. All right, I'll be here. Maybe shoot. There you go, Scotty. Think about that right, Scotty. I know you're trying to go forward up here.
Oh yeah. So anyway, I go. So every time she comes in sports, they're telling us this age is
Yeah, something ain't.
all the recruiters always got the same thing. Get in there, make sure everything's on. I think you make sure everything's on. Hospital is raising up. Get back in, you start it. Water hoods up. And then you go back and you close the hood, then turn it on. And then it'll be in the technician. I know I hate it. They used to tell you that's short and stop. A little short stop and then you're big.
Problem is to be in the trees to the right. I think you read it. Didn't hit anything. You're not. You know me in 50 yard. That arrow was so high over and it dropped down here. I think it got a full right above the spot. But I can clearly see it way over the spot.
Oh, I'm on the top of the tree.
That's it. No, it's up high. I see the shadow.
Yeah.
I never saw it come down.
I didn't either.
You talking about that one up there by the nail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still high. You climb higher and higher and higher.
Golf ball, an inch left that spot.
Almost shot that for 35.
button, I'm going lower.
Alright, now I know.
Much better score first half.
Yeah, well, I thought I had to figure it out.
Just as fast as you. What's funny is you made my boat fire. I fired it before you. Like when you did it, I kind of jerked a little bit. Remember? Well, look out, I'm right there. Once in a while, yours sound louder than me. How's my release?
Again, same thing the last one. My arrow's like looped on it. Did you see that? Yeah. The wind through my arrow went like that, and then it came back over and hit. That was awesome.
There you have it. One thing I forgot to mention, you do it twice. You shoot the 10 butts, go back, shoot it twice. 115 per section for a total of 300. I shot a 114. Look, I made it through the first 10. I was happy because I always hit the butt. Every single one I hit the target butt. And then on the second one, I missed a few times. And I couldn't figure out what's going on. I actually made notes on my phone of where my arrow was for each one. I was trying to, do this somewhat serious. Found some problems with that. One, I'm shooting, and it was great. I shot, hit the target, right? I knew the exact spot where to put my arrow. Put my arrow in the same spot, let it go, and I missed. I'm like, well, what the heck? And Josh next to me goes, Greg, the wind's blowing, and it blew the trees lower. I didn't know that. So my point was there to hit it, but it was bamboo trees, so blew it, they bent over, and my arrow's down here, and that explains why I missed. So, it's things like that. Some things I learned, look, I'm shooting a bow I made in my basement. There ain't a straight line on it. It's not properly tuned. My arrows flew fine. Alright, 65 yards. Watch them as far as I could. Those skinny little arrows disappear after a while. But good flight. I did not pay attention to the wind, and it wasn't a factor for me. And I mean, it was blowing all day. So I'm just not smart enough to understand that the wind was affecting my shots. I really don't think it did. Release is everything again. Good shoulder alignment, clean release. Get that set up, and your arrow will go where you want it 99% of the time. Hardest part was my gaps. My bow is set up point on at 25. A little over at 30, and after that I had no clue. And I was seeing the video. I was way up there in some of those shots, and there's got to be a better way. So I asked Josh and Scotty while I'm there. I go, look, what do the rules say about me using things to find my gap, like maybe my thumb or something? And they said they don't think there's a rule about it. It can't be nothing on your bow. Can't use nothing on your bow or your gear. But before the shot, you can walk up, and I've remembered something I seen in an old Ben Pearson catalog, where he took a popsicle stick, and they would mark it. You'd hold it with a line on the target, and it would tell you the different things so you could figure it out, where your arrow had to be. So you could hold that out, see what lines up for it, find something above the target and name like that. I'm lost. I don't know how else to do it. So if anybody's got a better idea, because the background's always changing, it's never going to be able to work off the same thing. So it's just something I think is pretty cool. I'd like to thank everybody at Bayou Bowman. I had an absolute blast. Yeah, I came for the wrong event, but I had a ball. I like long distance shots and just watching arrows fly. Learned a lot, so overall it was a win-win. Alright, next week will be when I show up for the proper event the next day on Sunday, and I'll shoot a 3D course. We'll see how that goes. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hey, get out there and try some of these field archery events, Trad Archers. They can be fun. Yeah, you're going to struggle. No, they're not going to make fun of you. They're going to support you and encourage you. And you just might become a better archer. Alright everybody, I'll see you next week.